What's up, fellas? Golf is about to resume in England, and to help you prepare for the course, we'd like to share our top 5 golfing advice with you. Just sit back and relax as we help you with everything from landing more fairways and enhancing ball striking with your iron to nailing short game strokes and holing more putts. Does that sound good to you? Let's get straight into it. Let's start with how to always hit your driver straight. You'll probably grip the club tighter when learning any new move in your golf swing. The body supposedly freezes as many degrees of freedom as it can to make regulating the new movement easier. No cap, okay? There's a whole motor learning theory underlying this. In the long run, you'll discover that smooth, loose arms and a mild grip pressure produce more speed and precision. Try adding a step to your pre-shot preparation, where you squeeze the club tightly, then relax all the muscles in your hands and arms before putting the club away. If you have trouble driving and frequently feel stiff, here's how you go about it. Imagine you're swinging a banana that you have to eat later. You don't want the banana to fly out of your hands, but if you squeeze it too tightly, it may bruise. Now remember that in order to become an accurate driver of the golf ball, you must develop a swing path and club face combination that consistently takes the ball to your target. The simplest fix here would be to add a square path and a square club face to your path. Just so you know, this simple fix isn't what most elite players go for though. They actually like to switch it up a bit, maybe fix a wild hook or slice. Up next, don't forget the ideal angle. In order to transfer the most energy, decrease backspin, and extend driving distance, the golf ball should be struck upward 1 to 2 degrees. Surprisingly, few tour players do this. Most attack the ball from a flat or slightly lower angle. We're not sure why, but it's possible that this motion is simpler to produce more and more, similar to the way their iron swings. Maybe the extra backspin is the perfect compromise between maximum distance and a little bit more control, because increased backspin keeps the ball flight slightly straighter. The key takeaway is that for distance optimization, a level to slightly upward angle of attack is best. And hey champ, to go on the tour, you need to be close to this mark. Let's move on to tip number 2 now, how to better strike a ball. You've probably heard the advice, keep your head down when hitting the ball, but how many of us are aware of the part that our eyes play in this? If you lift your head up to strike the ball, are your eyes focused on the top of the ball or somewhere else? And is it really because your eyes follow the club back and don't go back to the bottom of the ball that you hit the ball far? Professor Joan Vickers of kinesiology, the study of body movement, at the University of Calgary, is the author of the phrase quiet eye. She wanted to conduct a study to determine if there were differences between different levels of golfers in terms of how elite golfers used their eyes. She wore headgear that gave her a clear view of the professional golfer's eye fixation before, during, and after a shot. She discovered that the average player's gaze is more irregular, and they don't retain their attention on the ball for as long before taking the club back. They also have a habit of following the ball with their eyes. Both produce a more inconsistent strike on the ball, resulting in multiple missed shots per round. Definitely avoid doing all this to improve your ball striking. Here's what else to watch as you strike that ball. The length of the fixation on the ball just before the shot is taken is the key variable in the distance in ball striking. The average player fixes their gaze on the ball for 1.5 seconds compared to 2 seconds on average for elite players. And those 0.5 seconds really do matter. Golf requires good hand-eye coordination, and the eyes communicate to the body what it must perform. Remember that in the process of hitting a solid golf shot, the ball serves as an intermediary target. Now for tip number 3, let's not shank that golf ball anymore. There isn't anything uglier than a shanked shot in golf. If you're a right-handed golfer, this means that you must strike the ball off the hosel or neck of the club, and it'll move aimlessly and uncontrollably to the right. Oh geez, it's such a painful experience that you can lose all faith in your swing and think that shanking will always be a part of you. But hey, don't worry, we can teach you how to stop doing it. The most common mistake that leads to a shank shot is not standing in the proper position, so keep your distance from the swing arc and the golf ball. You can decide on a preset distance that will work for you and measure it each time with your 2 feet, or you can simply hang your arms out naturally. Hold the golf club as you normally would, bend your torso at the waist, and act as though you're sitting down. Check your shoulders and the angle your feet are at as well. You must align yourself parallel to the swings line, and while you're at it, line up properly, keeping the target in mind. Oh, and making sure that there isn't too much weight on your rear foot when you begin the downswing is key. Transfer the weight to the front foot after pulling the golf club up during the backswing. Then bring the club down during the downswing. Lastly, allow yourself to relax a little bit when gripping the golf club to avoid hard hands. The only way to achieve the smooth swing and whip-like motion you desire is with a relaxed grip. Next up, at number 4, let's improve your pitching. pitching. Honestly, to rock your pitching such that it becomes a scoring weapon for you rather than something you fear, you must first understand and execute the right setup and technique. Then, you need to constantly practice those shots until you can hit the ball to within around 20 feet of the hole. It's been famously said that the easiest way to become less horrible at golf is to become less bad at putting, and the best way to become less bad at putting is to become better at pitching. This saying just reinforces the simple and obvious reality that golfers' chances of making putts improves dramatically as they move closer to the hole. Now remember that the ideal stance for a pitch shot is neutral, meaning that your upper body should not be tipped away from the target. Your shoulders should be level, allowing you to attack the ball with a slight downward angle. And hey, just because you want to have a descending angle doesn't mean you need to dig a deep hole. Nope, don't do that please. What the finest pitchers do is deliver a descending stroke to the ball, just scarcely bruising the ground in the process. And you know what? When you're taking that swing, instead of hitting at the ball, imagine swinging through it. And hey, being able to control your distance is the real key to pitching success. Your backswing's length and through pace swings are two variables that can help you control your distance. Coming up next, here's the fifth and final tip of the day: making more putts from up close. A 4-foot putt is one of those few shots in golf that can really make you sweat. You want to make them all the time, but honestly, not a good idea. These short shots have the unique ability to mess with any scorecard and get into golfers' heads. On these short putts, keep it simple because, you're not far from the hole. The less complicated you make it, the better. And by this, we mean move fewer parts of your body. When trying short putts, concentrate on using a little pendulum stroke, removing any unnecessary motion by snapping your wrist, moving your head, or using your body. Make sure that your larger muscles, such as your shoulders, are the only ones that are moving. What's more is that on short putts, your aim will be quite important. So choose your direction of strike carefully. You can aim in 3 places: the center, the edge, and outside the hole. You almost never need to aim further than a cup outside the hole while making a short putt. So make an effort to identify your target and concentrate on striking that line. Next, you need to square up your putter face once you've decided on a line. To keep the face fixed during the stroke and without having to worry about moving it, make sure it's perpendicular to the line you selected. Finally, stay steady and put that ball in the hole. That's a wrap for this video. Which tips are you most impressed with? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.